The past few weeks like for you, trying to battle back and miss the opener, and then what was the other night like for you?
Kind of coming off the concussion and being out for, fall camp and all that. Just kind of working back day by day and kind of leaning on my other offensive linemen like Fabechi, Troy, Sexton, all those guys. So.
How did it feel the other night to get on the field?
Oh, amazing. You can't really beat anything else other than playing in the Palace. So.
I'd imagine that's one of the largest crowds you've played in front of in your college career at this point. What was the environment like in your experience down the field?
It was insane. Coming from Western Carolina, we had averaged maybe 16,000 fans. Played one big game a year, so coming and playing in front of 85,000 fans is pretty surreal. So it was enjoyable.
How did you kind of assess what your group, the unit, did as a whole against Michigan?
How we did?
Yeah.
I think we did really good. There's always things to work on, small steps, but I think that coming off of week 1 into week 2, I feel like we've progressed a lot. Communication's getting better, so it's just taking everything a day at a time, but I was definitely pleased with how we performed on the field.
What impressed you about Mike Fasusi's performance on the other side?
Coming from a young buck like that, coming in to play against, Michigan, his first college football game at the age of 18, there's really no complaints. The kid's a dog, knows what he's doing, so he just did really well.
What are some of the lessons you try to teach the younger guys as an older guy?
Kind of like, I would probably have to say not overstepping themselves, if that makes sense. Young kids can move too fast. Just taking everything a step at a time, kind of just taking a deep breath, letting everything come to them, and just taking it at a time.
And how do you think guys are picking up on that?
Really good, really good. They're all around us every day. They see how we work, we see how they work, we work together. So it's just a matter of them pushing us and us pushing them.
Derek, I know Bill moves you guys around a ton, but what's it take to have 4 new starters come in like that and still have a cohesive performance from you guys?
Well, coming from, especially with working with Coach B, anybody can play, just based off of how he teaches us the game. So I'm not really worried about anybody that would come into the game. Everybody knows what they're doing. So coming into Michigan and the lineup being a little different, there was no worry in the room at all.
When you have a quarterback who runs 19 times like John did and took some big hits, how does that maybe energize you guys as a group up front?
Oh, it's awesome, knowing that he's going to put his head down for us and run the ball, and we just have to be behind him to push the pile.
What's he been like maybe just as a leader for you guys?
Oh, amazing. He communicates with us off the field, on the field, what he needs to work on, what we need to work on, what we need from him. It's just a really good communication between the two of us.
What's the mentality look like when you're protecting John when he's running so much?
You never want your quarterback to get hit, but he has such a dog mentality that we have to match that. So when he runs, we chase. When he passes, we block. So it's just a matter of protecting him in any way that we possibly can.
What's that relationship with Fabechi like? You two have both played a ton of football there on that right side of the line.
Yeah, Fabechi's great. Coming in, great guy. Been working with him since January 9th when I first got here. So our little duo is pretty good with communication, knowing what's on the field, what the look is, all that stuff. So it's been really good. He's a great dude, though.
What are some things you noticed about Temple so far? Just watching tape and things like that. What do you know about the defensive line there?
So coming off of last year, they had a rough year, but they have a new coaching staff from Rice. They're a talented football team. They have won 2 games back to back by a lot. Defense isn't allowing a lot of points, so this will not be an easy game. We have to go in like we have every week, knowing that we have to go 1-0 and prepare every week like we have. Even like how we prepare for Michigan, we have to prepare for Temple. They're coming in. We're going to their place. They're coming into this game as, let's upset these guys. This will not be an easy game. These guys are talented. Their coaching staff's well known. He has one of the most wins in college football. So,
Derek, how tough is it to move on from a win like that? I know John was talking the other night about how you can kind of, stay up after.
Yeah, you can get lost in the moment. Playing a game like that, you have a top 25 matchup on College game day. But the way we took it was, celebrate it on Saturday, move on Sunday. No one's talking about it anymore. We've moved on. We already have the game plan in, so there's no worries there.
How much do you relish just getting to play at a school like Oklahoma and some of these big games and kind of show what you have, especially against a team like Michigan on this past Saturday?
It's pretty awesome, especially from playing FCS the last 3 years, and you only get one big game a year. So being able to showcase my talent for the whole year, week after week, playing teams that will probably be in the top 25, especially being in the SEC, is awesome.
Do you feel like you have something maybe to prove as a guy that came from the lower level?
Oh, for sure. I feel like any guy that comes from the lower level always has something to prove, just because of the competition that we play. 10 out of the 11 games are FCS level, 1 out of the 11 games is a Power 5 school. So a lot of people think, well, this kid didn't play competition too much, but he played 1 game. So it's just a matter of being progressed every week after week. So
What's it say about you guys as an offense that
We need to
in
wrap it up with Derek. This could be the last
I'll do one
question.
more, yeah.
what's it say in week 2 that you can guys run a 2-minute drill at the end of the first half and then turn around and hold the ball for 8.5 minutes in the fourth quarter?
It's just a matter of us, going over that stuff in practice, going over situational football, and just executing. And that was just execution. We did what we needed to do. Coach Arbuckle put us in a situation to run the right plays and move down the field. We just executed it and did our job. That was just about it.
Thanks, Derek.
Thanks, Derek. Appreciate it.